4th of July, happy summer. Summer's here, the 4th of July just swung in. Pop, bang, boom. I think that was a firecracker. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Egghead News Podcast Daily is me, Tracy Spivey, and with me in the right corner, coming in at the heavyweight. That's right, stop it. With me in the right corner, Pablo. Say it twice, Solano.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man?
Hot time in the summertime. 4th of July's in. Yep. Happy birthday, Steve Rogers. Messed y'all up about that, right? A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. His birthday is the 4th of July. That's crazy that Stan Lee thought about that back in the day. That, remember, Cap was from 1941. So back in the day, they said, you know what? Let's make his birthday, him and Jack sitting in the room, let's make his birthday the 4th of July. That's Americana that we like it. But anyway, we are here. Shout out to our boy, Brooklyn Bridge, Freddie Mahoney. We're going to catch you on the next one. But we are here talking today, that's right, for the hottest movie on the planet. And not because it's July. Spider-Man, Far From Home. Pete, Spider-Man, Far From Home. First reaction, I'll tell you right now. Somebody we both know, someone that I try to keep locked up in the basement, he gave it a B+. Okay. He gave it a B+. Lucifer gave it a B+. I'm only joking. I'll take that. But he gave it a B+.
Who's that?
As much as he begrudgingly didn't want to go because his older peoples told him, yo, go check it out. I don't take your word for nothing. I don't take, yeah, okay. And then he comes out, you know what? Yeah. I sound like that guy we did the Thor Ragnarok review. He said, yeah, but B+. Me, I gave it for what it was, and people are going to talk about this a lot. For what it was, I will give it an A. I'm sorry, I have to go with the 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not swooping up Rotten Tomatoes, not looking for a kickback, not looking for a grab bag. But anyway, I gave Spider-Man Far From Home an A. And there's reasons why I did it. But before we get into it, P, I said I wanted to make this shout out when we first started. I think I'm going to do it. If you guys didn't know, the Eggheads will be live in person in Brooklyn. That's right. It's Brooklyn in the house. That's right. We will be at St. Francis College Sunday, July the 14th. We're going to put more information out there so you come down, see the heads, give us some questions like, is Clark Kent really Bruce Wayne, or is Bruce Wayne really Oliver Queen? Hey, remember a couple of years ago, people didn't know who Oliver Queen was? Huh? See how I got it? You get a little TV show, right? You get a little TV show. Now everybody knows you. But anyway, my first shout out is to Sony Japan for having a goddamn sense of mind to make that deal with Marvel Studios. Because Marvel's Spider-Man has been the best thing that hit Sony since Men in Black 2. Oh, that was a shot. I took a shot. But P, tell us what you're thinking about Spider-Man and Sony Japan being smart enough to make that deal a couple of years ago. What you thinking?
But what was the exact deal made? Refresh my memory.
The exact deal Marvel Studios Disney made with Sony Japan was that we will produce Spider-Man film property for you, Marvel Studios Disney.
Okay.
We will put everything in motion, the script, the casting. Mm-hmm. In lieu, Spider-Man gets to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We will be able to incorporate some of the Spider-Man characters that were held by in perpetuity or whatever that's old bankruptcy deal Marvel had made with Sony. And Sony America, if you boys and girls didn't know, didn't want to do that. But the last two Spider-Mans before Homecoming, they were failing. The margins were low, and if you guys come from business, this is all about profit and loss. The margins were low. Marvel was striving. They were hitting that where they put it. They was hitting that pedal where nothing they could do would go wrong. So they went to Japan. They even offered to buy out the 1% of Spider-Man that Disney and Marvel doesn't own. And right now, that's only the film rights. They own everything else, marketing, they own Spider-Man. But the film rights belong to Sony. So Sony America said, no deal. They didn't want to do a partnership.
Okay.
So Disney said, okay, I'm going to call your daddy. Disney calls Japan. We work out a deal, da-da-da. Or other words, I'm not going to put it on the air. I'm not speaking for Disney. There was a thing about you damaging our property. This thing can wind up in courts. And yes, Disney has enough money to keep you in litigation for years. So you really want to fight this out? Eventually I will win. Mm-hmm. If I'm Disney, I'll win. Yeah. But instead of that, let's make this deal. So they made the deal, and since Spider-Man Homecoming and since Spider-Man joined the MCU in Captain America Civil War, it's all been gravy. Sony's making hand over foot. Great deal. Now, Sony America, I don't know. From what I heard, Amy Pascal resigned, or she retired, or whatever it was. And I think when you do these acquisitions and things like that, this is what happens. Yeah. The people who are opposed usually wind up leaving. Now, getting back to where we are. Here we are. Sony was able to make that deal. Homecoming came out. Spider-Man's a hit. Did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. The Sony American people said, well, we're going to still do our thing. And they put out Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And honestly, I'll be honest, people throw it in my face. You couldn't have told me that was going to be a hit because it was still made by the people of Sony.
Yeah, I rewatched it the other day, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing
it's on
to
Netflix.
watch.
It's on Netflix.
Yep.
So here's where we are. And now I give Spider-Man Far From Home an A. What do you give it?
I'd have to give it an A too. And I didn't find anything. I didn't find a lot of things wrong. Anything wrong with it? Man, actually,
I was looking for something that would dull, like a gap time. There was not even a gap time. There was no scene in that movie where you and I would have said, "Cut it."
Yeah. No, there was. I mean, you felt the relationship between Mary Jane and Spidey. You felt that classic connection, right?
Oh, because it was built up. It was built.
Oh yeah.
It's like you said. You just can't. You just
can't put people together just because that's lore.
Yeah.
No, we gotta understand why that connection is so strong. Anyway, we saw the struggle between him being a hero and him being wanting to be a regular kid. We saw that. We saw all the elements of Spidey. This is a Spidey film, and there's no way you can't deny that. But for me, I don't know. I'm not excited as much for some of these films as I was prior to Endgame. I wasn't that excited. It was a good film.
Think that,
it was a good film, but I wasn't that excited. I did like the ending, the J. Jonah Jameson spot.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, that was definitely.
I don't like what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh my God, I was like.
But that's that is the struggle that Spidey lives with, and I'm glad that they introduced it.
But we had that conversation, and that conversation was, ladies and gentlemen, we said how JJ is in the old cartoons or in the comic books, beating on Spidey, trying to make Spidey a bad guy. It's kind of hard to do that when I'm an Avenger. How can you make me? So now you're going to try to make him implicated with some, I guess this is a spoiler review, with some type of murder that he didn't commit. And that, to me, the main element in there is to have that J. Jonah Jameson in there to be the one guy knocking Spidey that fits with, as you call it, that fits with Spider-Man lore. That JJ is, and it's funny that, what's his face? Smooth was not Robbie Robinson. That he turned out not to be, but he was just a teacher, guidance counselor. I mean, there was a lot of elements in the movie that you look for that was part of the Spider-Man movie, and then there's a lot of elements that I was looking for that connected him to the current MCU. And not for nothing, it's funny how they left it out there that they don't know if there's an Avengers team. I guess that's leaving it for future films. But ladies and gentlemen, the next movie that's in the future timeline of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it certainly ain't Black Widow. It might be at the end of the Eternals. I don't know where they're going to put the Eternals, like where they're going to leave the Eternals up to. Is Icarus and Cersei, are they in the... I don't know where they're going to put them. Doctor Strange, will probably be the next. Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi will be the next current timeline Marvel MCU movies. And then Black Panther, and then the ones after that. So, and we're not getting another Marvel movie for a year. That's it, boys and girls.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, that's it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on cold turkey for a while.
And that's a good thing.
We're not getting nothing from.
And that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. We're not getting anything from either studio till next summer. Wonder Woman, and then I'm sure we'll see Birds of Prey, and then I'm sure we'll also see. Well, we won't see the Batman till 2021. May.
It's Star Wars season.
Yeah, that's right. It's Star Wars and it's Avatar season.
Yeah.
So they're clearing the deck to see how we feel. Enough, they're going to have us biting at the bits for our next superhero movie. But they're clearing the deck to get those properties in. I wonder how James Cameron feels that, you can't sit 6 and 7 years on a movie anymore. You work for Disney now. Let's go.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that is turning a lot of heads in the current superhero genre, and we're talking about the films, we're excited for the Eternals. We're excited now for the Black Widow. We're excited. When you say you weren't so much excited for, I guess, properties that we already know, okay, that's that. Okay, I think you're still excited. I'm just putting out there. I just don't.
I still look forward to
see.
I still look forward to seeing the films. Again, let me just say this: Jake Gyllenhaal was great. His Mysterio, the Mysterio character was great. Yeah. Spiderman was great. Everybody was great. But in terms of the excitement of something more.
Oh yeah, no, he said, "Hey, I'm the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man." Yep, hit it on the head.
And let me just, I don't want to go too much off topic, but you sent me an interesting article and something that I've been talking about for a while now, and something that I posted up on our Instagram regarding Uncle Ben, that he may or may not be around, but I'm thinking he may be around. I think that would be a good story to implement into his the next films.
Yeah, it's funny, and I'll put that out there. He did say this. I was like, I didn't know if they want to go the old Sony route of, well, it wasn't Uncle Ben. The old Sony movies with Andrew Garfield implied that Peter's parents were part of something bigger than themselves. Yeah. But now that we're wiping that all away, and now that you've seen the movie, some of the rumors that we now found out aren't true. Does any of it bother you? The Thunderbolts, no, the Thunderbolts did not show up at the end of the film. Yeah. No, they didn't.
There were so many rumors and theories, and that were all pretty much wrong, except for one that did but mention J. Jonah Jameson being at the end of this film. But let me say this about Far From Home and Spider-Man, and in regards to Uncle Ben being still around and possibly being introduced again. The reason why I say that is because Spider-Man, we can obviously tell that his mentor was Tony Stark. So Tony Stark was sort of teaching him how to be a hero, right? Uncle Ben taught him how to be a man.
Yeah, how to be a person, yeah.
Because he told them those special words. I know it's been played out, but they've never meant anything. Yeah. They've never meant anything. You know why? Because they introduced it so quickly. Uncle Ben died quick. We knew what happened with Uncle Ben, and we knew it was going to happen, but we never really felt it like that. To reintroduce Uncle Ben and make it more meaningful, that when he does go, that it is a heart-wrenching scene, that's a money shot. That's a money shot. That's part of his lore. With great power comes great responsibility. And he learned that from him, not from anyone else.
Okay. That's an aspect and an element that might be introduced into the
get Josh Brolin to be Uncle Ben.
Spider-Man. Yeah, I can see the kids today say, Thanos is his uncle? Anyway. We put up something over the weekend. It looks like Kevin Feige likes the Divergent people. He wants to introduce Spider-Woman.
Oh, he wants to do that.
I got no problems with that. But then that also opens up a whole speculation that I get about what characters you guys want to swap characters and da-da-da. But as far as the swapping is concerned, it seems like Kevin knows which Spider-Man characters to act Sony. I really need Jessica Drew. Why? Because she's also part of SWORD, which is the world's alien fighting team, which is also part of SHIELD, which is also, he seems to know, I want this one. Now, you said it over a year ago. We've been posting articles for a while, ladies and gentlemen. I hope he gets Kraven. It would be nice to have a hunter in the MCU, somebody who establishes that type of thing. That would be awesome. And just like John Cena playing U.S. agent, that's awesome. You guys really don't understand how awesome that is, and not for nothing, how much bigger that makes Cap's legend.
Listen,
that this guy's got to fight the fact that he's replacing Captain America by the government. They will never like him. They'll never trust him. But deep down, he really is a good guy. It's not like he's the sleeper cell evil. Nah. It's just that John wants to. I love my government. That he's one of those guys. Yeah,
but let me tell you this in regards to Spider-Woman and what Kevin
Spider-Woman
wants to do.
and the characters that they seem to be. Kevin seems to know which character to grab. I hope he gets, of course, Harry Osborn, and I hope he gets Kraven. Morbius.
Listen, what Kevin has to try to avoid is trying to please the ones with an agenda than the ones that truly love the characters in these stories that he brings to the cinema.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw this word out again because I feel like it's been happening a little bit too often, and that is the pandering. I don't know if people see it. I certainly get a feeling of it.
You won't win that with Spider-Woman.
No.
Spider-Woman's been around and she's had her own cartoon, and why hasn't this character? That one, you know what? Let that one go.
Let that one go, but what I'm saying is
Batgirl's been on TV since 1960.
But listen, do it with style. Do it gradually. Don't just throw it in there for the purposes of look what I just did. Do it the way you've been doing it, introducing characters, Easter eggs, things of that nature. Don't just give us a movie out of nowhere. That's all I'm saying.
Well, maybe that fits in with Nick Fury coming off his vacation out in space and coming back home. That Nick, we need you back here. Things are getting a little crazy.
This guy Rob from Comics Explained said that could possibly be. People say it's Storm, but he's saying that could possibly be Alpha Flight.
That what? Nick went on vacation? No, I believe that.
Mm-hmm. No, that could be the beginning of Alpha Flight or something. That's what Rob said from Comics Explained.
For Alpha Flight, who with Nick?
Yeah. I gotta look into his reasoning. He just mentioned that. I got sidetracked when he was explaining why he thinks so. So I gotta go back and listen to his rationale.
The greatest thing that's going on right now is right now, boys and girls, the MCU's an open book. We don't know what we're about to get. The reconstruction they're doing, will it be the Baxter building? Little things like that. Okay, right now as we speak, they are filming John and Emily, the silent. What is it called? What's the first one?
A Quiet Place.
Yeah, they're filming Quiet Place right now. That means by January, by New Year's, they'll be done. They're done.
Yeah, okay.
You and I both know Kevin Feige shrewd. He probably lined them up last year.
Yeah.
And you guys say, oh, no. He lined them up last year because he wanted to make sure the calendars were clear after A Quiet Place 2. Because they couldn't go into production. Because remember back then, I know this seems like 1,000 years ago. It was only a couple of months ago they couldn't even say merger or acquisition. They couldn't even say anything. But now that's done. They probably wrapped it up. After you finish A Quiet Place 2, we'll go into post-production, and we're going to introduce and Pete, let's say it again. To me, what's the key role? Now that we know who Reed and Sue are, and nobody has a problem with that at all. It will be applauded. But the biggest character in the Fantastic Four is the Thing. People just don't understand that.
No. I mean, the Thing is definitely a marketing tool that they can certainly make a lot of money on.
And Pete, and Ben teams up with who? Everybody.
Yeah.
Ben goes cosmic.
He does a lot of crossovers.
Ben goes everywhere. Spy. Ben was that.
I don't know if they'll go that far just yet. I don't know if they're thinking that far ahead, because that's really far ahead. I think it's about casting the. I don't know, from what I've heard, and these are just rumors, but The Rock being the Thing, maybe.
Who, Hellboy being Thing?
No. The Rock. The Rock. The Rock being the Thing.
I never heard that one.
I heard that. I heard that. But I mean, like, it could be. It certainly could be a rumor. It's definitely a rumor. There's nothing set in stone. They still have to find their Johnny Storm.
Black Adam in one universe and the Thing in the other. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, especially
honestly,
they wanted
man,
John Cena to play the Thing.
I honestly, man, don't trust The Rock. Now.
And that's in a business professional way.
Because that Hobbs and Shaw movie looks kind of whack. Yeah.
But anyway, let's get back to topic. We're talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. We both gave it A's. Other than, I mean, it's really a good film, and it's really, if you guys saw Shazam, imagine Shazam with a lot of money. That's what Spider-Man Far From Home was. The Shazam movie with a lot of money. Very, I'm not going to say childish, very young adult themes.
Yeah, it was very
young adult themes, and some of the music played into it. The plot behind it.
Now I understand what you're saying. Is it? In terms of the theme, young adult theme was definitely that. Spider-Man was.
Yeah, it was a young adult theme. And when I say young adult, I'm not even talking about Twilight. No, a little younger than that. You know, first girl, first kiss. Let me buy you a charm bracelet. That yeah. But he had money. Because Marvel said, we're going to run up a bill. Here's Sony. It's all yours. Sony's going to pay for it. They're going to pony up the money, and that's it. But then, how much money are they going to make?
To be honest,
you said Spider-Man's up to what, $600 million right now? It will break $1 billion, ladies and gentlemen. And
it's already at $600 million. It's already at $600 million.
Not the fact that it's telling us anything about Endgame. It's just that for itself, if it, quote, standalone, it's actually a good movie. It's good. It's fun. It's a summer popcorn movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. But Shazam could have had a lot more money. It was just the way it was written. It was written, at the end of the day, it was written a certain way, and I don't think, I was definitely, I went to go see Shazam and it was cool, but if I was younger, yes, I would have liked it even more. But to me,
probably.
But to me, listen, Shazam was okay. I wasn't excited. I wasn't awestruck. It wasn't an exciting film. It wasn't something that excited me when I saw it. And nothing that they showed you was new to me. And that's what
I really hope they get you know, we're the first one to say throwing money. We know some producers throwing money isn't always necessarily the answer. We will be the first to say that. But if Shazam had more money and more plot, you could put together a better product. And actually start tying Shazam into something, not just his own world. Get Shazam I don't know. And Shazam's a good vehicle to introduce a superhero you would have never introduced on his own. Someone you would have never gave a single film to.
Yeah.
So if The Rock is going to do Black Adam and introduce Stargirl, Atom Smasher, and who's the other? And oh my God, Hawkman, that's right. Let Shazam.
The way The Rock is talking is like he's running stuff.
Well, as long as, like I said, you don't turn the DC universe into G.I. Joe. You can't make the movies have to have some type of substance, and that's the one thing we said about Sony and the Spider-Man and the other Spider-Man properties.
But look at it. But that's what I'm Trey. This is what I'm saying. Look at his past films. Yeah. Look at his past films.
Yeah.
You know, is that something that I'm looking forward to other films? Yes, they've been successful because people like The Rock and stuff like that. But this is not about The Rock. This is about Black Adam. Yeah. You know, this is about Black Adam. So I don't know if he's going to take it in the right direction, in the direction that it needs to go. That's my concern.
Yeah. Or is he just making? I saw it on a show. If he's just making flash and pop is all right, but you can't keep doing flash and pop. Your returns will diminish. People will see it, especially when your competitor is making better product. See, that's the one thing. You know what they say: keep them honest. Marvel should be able to keep the genre honest because you have to make good film, and especially we know Eternals is going to be awesome. Shang-Chi is going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Let's just forget it. Just write the check. Back the truck up. You already know that. So if you got to keep putting out this product that's a G.I. Joe, I just got all these characters together. Ooh, look, Storm Shadow.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all those films that have multiple characters that people care about. You got to be careful on how you do it. Street Fighter could have been a great franchise, but no, you threw everybody in that joint.
With no backstory.
No, they're video game characters. We don't care.
Yeah.
They just look dope and they can do different things.
But these are comic book characters with backstories.
Exactly.
You got to be they have to be introduced.
Exactly.
And we sound like we preach it to the choir. We're not going to preach to the choir. Yeah, we're just going to sit back and we're going to watch it. We know we got a year off, ladies and gentlemen. After this year, I guess I would love to say they're going into a break. No, they're not going into a break. They're doing production. We just won't see these films until 2020, 2021.
Certainly, we're going to get a lot of insight as to what they're up to at San Diego Comic-Con and at D23. So I'm definitely looking forward to those presentations right there.
Oh yeah, hey, that's right, boys and girls. The MCU is doing Hall H, a big, huge panel. We might see the whole crew for the Eternals. We might see the whole crew for Black Widow. We might even see Taskmaster. Because I don't even who is playing the Taskmaster. That hasn't been announced yet. Yeah. And we might see the whole crew for Doctor Strange. Yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch and those guys might show up. And then also, Spider-Man 3 will be out by 2022. It's already being fast-tracked. Mm-hmm. Sony wants it out within that next block. So Spider-Man 3 will be part of Phase 4. Amazing as that sounds. But I think they got the Black Panther lined up. Oh, no, Black Panther will come out in May. Spider-Man will come out in July. Wow.
Not that I'm down on Marvel. I'm just a little bit disappointed, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm Tracy, and I'm pretty sure you will agree that, and I'm sorry if I go on a little bit of a rant. I sat out the re-release of the Endgame for a reason. The one reason is because, I got a life and I'm busy. Yeah. And there wasn't, although there was a lot of speculation and theory, I missed out on that. But from what I've heard and what those deleted scenes and post-credit scenes were, it was disappointing. I get that they wanted to be Avatar. I get it. But if you're going to do it with some hype. Do it with more than what you gave us. You gave us a deleted scene. I don't know if the CGI was finished or not, but with a deleted scene with the Hulk, him saving some people, Listen, I'm already turned off by what they did with the Hulk. You know, I don't want to see him in. So what?
Yeah.
You know, but that's not. Listen, I'm used to the Hulk that it causes destruction and there's collateral damage. He doesn't mean that's why the best iteration of the Hulk, the 2-1, was the Incredible Hulk and the Hulk in Age of Ultron. Those two Hulks.
Yeah, those Hulks were scary. That's when the Hulk was actually scary.
Yeah.
Now he's become
now he's Disneyfied. You know, that's Grimm. That's Ben Grimm's role, I think. That's Ben Grimm's role. So the Hulk, so Ben Grimm's so Ben Grimm now the Hulk. Everybody likes the Hulk. Everybody no. The Hulk is somebody you afraid of. I'm cool with them introducing the Professor Hulk. That was a cool little, nod to the comics. But these Hulks right now that you've given us and that deleted scene, why would I pay to see something like that? I'm still waiting for that moment when we first saw Thanos. I'm still waiting for that moment when we first saw Nick Fury. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the subsequent other deleted scenes that were like, oh my God, I can't wait for this. There's been none of that. So you made people go pay another $15, $20, whatever it was, to go see the movies, to see something that we could have seen in the Blu-ray.
On the Blu-ray or digital.
And then they showed you scenes from The Next Far From Home.
A couple of days later, basically.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Is like, why did you do it that way? Who did this? Who approved this? Who thought that this was a good idea? I'm disappointed at Marvel into thinking that that's a good marketing tool to use just because we're thirsty. We're thirsty, but if it don't taste right, we're gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we hang on every article that comes out, every news that comes out of your camp. Yeah. But to do this, to make us pay $15, $20 more, and it ain't about the money. It's about, come on, man, you gonna make me go? Impress me. And you didn't do that. And you didn't do that. So a lot of people ain't talking about it because it's Marvel, this stuff. Whatever. We got to keep these guys accountable. We can't let them listen, I'm pretty sure Marvel knows when they do something wrong because they hear it from the fans. They got to hear this. They can't get away with it again. Because people got to, for real, make them come back $15, $20. $15, $20 to come back to see a 3-hour movie and give us nothing to look forward to.
For that?
That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah. I don't know whose idea that was, and maybe it
Did you go?
Theirs, maybe. No.
You said you were gonna go. I remember it's in the podcast.
What happened? Probably something at work. I just didn't have time, and then next thing you know,
there you go.
All the stuff started coming out.
Yeah.
Don't go. It ain't worth it. What? I thought it might be something about the Fantastic Four. I thought it might be something about the Living Tribunal.
Listen,
no.
If it would have been that, if it would have been Fantastic Four, it would have been.
Oh no, I'd have been there.
But listen, even if I didn't know, and I decided not to, even if I did know, and I decided not to go, to hear on what I missed out on would have been worth it for me. You know what I'm saying? It would have been worth it to be like, damn, I wish I would have been there. I had no regrets of not being there.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, that on a note, and Disney has a college for hospitality. People that know that Disney has their own institution on how to educate and instruct people on being hospitality specialists. So it was not very hospitable for you to get us to go back out for 10 minutes of funk. Yeah. And that's what we're just going to call it. 10 minutes of funk. Hopefully something like that will never happen again. And if so, we're sure that as you so eloquently said, the public will let you know of the mistake that you have made.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Far From Home, Egghead News Podcast Daily. Any final words? We're going into Comic-Con, boys and girls. 'Tis the season to be Comic-Cons. All the people sleeping in San Diego on the streets and in the parking lots. Yes, Comic-Con is a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to the panels, especially what television is going on. What the new WB platform is out there. So maybe you're right. Maybe this is the end of the DC Universe channel platform streaming thing or whatever they call it. Yeah. I just know when I see that money comes out my account.
Like I almost regret paying for it because it's like, come on, comic books.
Warner Brothers is charging $17. They're not even playing.
Comic books, dogs? Comic books.
Dude,
why would I sit there and flip through comic books?
Oh yeah. I don't. Oh yeah, I get it. The digital platforms they have.
And it's like I knew. Okay, yeah, we were getting Young Justice, we were getting these other shows, but that was it. There wasn't like stuff. Yeah, but it wasn't. Are we so spoiled that we gotta have like 1,000 shows to choose from? Like Netflix.
No, but tell it to spoil the devil. This was before the AT&T acquisition. A lot of the AT&T format will be now. It's instituted into Warner Brothers. So now I get, Daddy came in and now he's making us do that. If they were not bought by AT&T, DC Universe, you would never have heard any of those stories. They would have never canceled Swamp Thing. They would have never canceled Doom Patrol. And Doom Patrol is going to show up at Comic-Con, which, weren't you canceled? Or I guess we're going to find out a whole kit and caboodle. And what the AT&T merger has done, I mean, just changed everything. But they want $17 a month. That would be the highest minimum of any of the streaming platforms. So think about that, boys and girls. But we're just going to sign off there. We gave Spider-Man Far From Home. I gave it an A. Mr. Solano said twice, gave it an A. We recommend you go see the movie. Do know what type of movie it is. No, it is not the Magnificent Seven. No, it's not Winter Soldier. It is another Spider-Man movie about a teenage kid who has spider powers, and with great power comes great responsibility.
We still haven't heard those words. We still haven't heard those words, and that's what I'm waiting for, Uncle Ben to say those words to him, because that is part of what makes Spider-Man who he is those words.
Yeah, that's part of the legendarium, and just like saying up and away. And Joker's crazy. So this is Tracy Spivey. I'm gonna sign off. Say good night. Have a good summer. Pablo, any last word?
If you like the content, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it with your peoples. We talk a lot of smack to each other about the companies, about the characters, about anybody who we think is not doing a good job with the properties. We're not gonna hold our tongue. We're gonna be nice about it, but if we see blatant disrespect about these when they do these characters, we're gonna call it out, and we're gonna talk about what people are saying too. It's funny how we go on IG and see the comments and what people are saying. It really helps us out to really actually solidify our thoughts on what we say, because we say a lot about what these other individuals are saying as well. So it's good. So please comment in the comment section below, tell us what you think, and hit that notification bell so that when we put out something, you guys get it right away. We're gonna keep on trying to do our best to do as much content as we possibly can. Hopefully one day Clark Kent leave us alone and we can be Superman all day long. But
that's right, Clark.
We do as much as we possibly can. So please support us. Hit the like button. It doesn't cost you no money, just a little bit of energy, and we appreciate your support.
That's right. And the next one, ladies and gentlemen, I did promise people we will talk about the whole Ezra Miller Flash situation, and we will talk about why no one is talking about the HBO's Watchmen series coming soon, September or October. We think it all depends on
when we gonna do that. When we gonna do that?
We're gonna schedule that. So have a good summer, and we'll see you real soon. You'll hear back from us real soon. Good night, everybody.